Let's bring religion back. Let's bring God back into our lives. Also creating the White House Faith Office, led by Pastor Paula White, who is so amazing.
The deception is off the charts right now, and this is why Jesus commanded us to take heed that nobody deceives you. What we're witnessing right now with Trump pushing God and religion is the woman of Revelation chapter 17 coming out in the open. This scarlet woman, or the seductress, is the one with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Now, in this context, the fornication that John is talking about is spiritual idolatry, because the spirit behind this woman is false religion. As we can see with verse 5, how on her forehead is the name Mystery Babylon, and she is the mother of all false religions. And I also want to point out right here in verse 3 how John sees this woman sitting on the scarlet beast. So remember that this beast comes riding in on this woman, which is false religion. So it's not a surprise to anybody with an ounce of discernment that Trump would pick the heretic Paula White, Cain. Interesting how she has Cain in her name, who is a clear heretic who pushes a false work-based gospel and also a prosperity gospel. And something else to point out is how she has ties with the New Apostolic Reformation. Now, for those who do not know what the NAR movement is, it is a movement that emphasizes modern-day apostles and prophets who claim to receive direct revelations from God. And she has made numerous prophetic declarations and statements that are unbiblical and have not come to pass, demonstrating that she is not speaking with the authority of God. Now, of course, those who are in the New Apostolic Reformation are giant Trump supporters because they see Trump as God's warrior. And we can also see ties with NAR leaders meeting with the Pope. Because remember, the woman of Revelation chapter 17 is false religion, and in this agenda, they are going to unite all the world religions together. Now, this right here, I really want to highlight. These individuals believe in the 7 Mountain Mandate. Now, for those wondering, what is this? Well, it is a dominionist, conservative Christian movement within evangelical Christianity, particularly independent charismatic groups. It holds that there are 7 aspects of society that believers seek to influence or to dominate: family, religion, education, media, arts and entertainment, business, and government. Now, what's interesting about this 7 Mountain Mandate is that you see in Revelation chapter 17 verse 9 that here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sits. So it's an interpretation and possibility that these 7 mountains that the woman will sit on are these mountains right here, these areas or aspects of society. Now, I understand that many people think when Trump refers to God that he is referring to Jesus. But through my studies and research, I believe he is using the Christian base to gain their trust, when in reality, when he says God, he is talking about his god Apollo, which I have made several videos on this topic. And I really feel like I'm taking crazy pills, seeing the majority of the church falling for this deception. It's as if they forget who the God of this world is right now presently. 1 John chapter 5 verse 19. And the whole world lies under the sway of the wicked one. Or Revelation 12:9, the devil and Satan who deceives the whole world. And we need to remember Trump's spiritual mentor, Norman Vincent Peale, who was a 33rd degree Mason, who was the one who taught Trump how to worship himself and to manifest whatever he wanted through the power of positive thinking, which he wrote a book on, The Power of Positive Thinking. Because from my belief and opinion, this all goes back to Freemasonry, which at the root is all about worshiping yourself, becoming a god, and ascending on your own through esoteric knowledge and wisdom by manifesting. It is the Luciferian belief which we are witnessing unfold right in front of our eyes with the transhumanist agenda. So please, for the love of God, be careful out there, brothers and sisters. The woman is seducing many. They are drinking of her fornication, of spiritual idolatry. People are falling hook, line, and sinker. And those who are seeing through the deception, you feel like you're in a different reality because you can see it, but others aren't seeing it. And the reason why they are not seeing it is because their idolatry is blinding them. So we need to be careful. We need to approach this entire situation with love and kindness, but speak truth and stand firm on the rock of Christ, because the deception during these end times is going to increase, but we need to be vigilant. We need to lean upon the Lord for all understanding and wisdom, to be as wise as a serpent, but innocent and gentle as a dove. And one last thing I want to leave with you guys is that these individuals They believe in duality, the as above, so below. So when they speak, they are giving you devil speak. They are saying one thing that could mean one thing, but behind closed doors, it means something else. So when Trump uses the name God, or he talks about religion, the Christian base thinks he's talking about Jesus, the truth, the way, the life, the Son of God, who is the Almighty, the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. But he is pandering to the Christians, realizing that they are going to be gullible and naive and way too trusting, when in reality, behind closed doors, he is worshiping a different God, the Luciferian God, which is the one who gave of the knowledge of good and evil. When you do further studies into these mystery religions, this esoteric knowledge, what these individuals believe, everything that we are watching on our screens, on the TV, on the world stage, in my opinion, is Masonic theater. We need to be on guard. We need to guard our hearts. We need to keep our eyes focused upon the Lord and be careful, because how the woman seduces you is through idolatry, where your heart is. So if you have your heart here in the world trying to find prosperity, trying to find worldly gain and comfort and peace down here, you are going to be deceived because your heart is not pointing towards the Lord completely. We need to be okay with letting go of this world. Everything is going to burn down here. It's all going to perish. That is why we are told in 1 John 2:15 to not love the world nor the things in the world, for the love of the Father is not found in the world. We need to let go, giving our hearts to the Lord and accepting whatever he has in store for us. Like we see with the Smyrna church, they are blessed, but they are physically poor down here. But the church of Laodicea was physically rich, but they were spiritually poor. So we need to be careful. We need to check our heart's desires, and we need to lean upon the Lord like never before, fixing our eyes upon him, for he is the author and the perfecter of our faith. So with that being said, I already understand many people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. This video is not for you. But for those who do agree with my take here, understand that you are not alone and that you are not by yourself right now. There's others like you who can see what's going on. So we need to come together, love each other, and cling to the Lord. With that, I love you all so much. God bless. Remember, the just shall live by faith.